good. Welcome, everybody. Boy G Fitz here. BSN presents Tell the True Sports Talk radio podcast. We're doing it live on the stream on YouTube. We got a couple of faces on here that we are familiar with. We got the VP in the building. What's up, Mitch Green?
What's up, man? What's up, everybody?
What's going on? We got the COO, Mike Dub, still representing Maryland Terps as always.
What's happening?
Ain't much chilling. And then I got my man Greg, one of the spokesmen of BSN, yo. It's going to be an amazing field this year. Amazing field. What's going on with you, G? How you doing?
What's going on, man? What's going on, fellas?
Hey, got a little things to talk about today. NBA playoffs, Western Conference and Eastern Conference finals. Who's going to make it to the finals? We also going to talk about the big fight coming up tonight between Tank, Baltimore's own, and Barrios. Two undefeated champions going at it at 140. But we want to start off with some Baltimore talk. And that's with the man behind me, Lamar Jackson. As you know, he is the quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens. He is going into arguably his biggest season. One great thing about him being a young up-and-coming athlete and being a quarterback, everybody likes the excitement, but he's got to get paid. And it's coming into the season when he's got to get ready to go get that money. We've seen quarterbacks in the past, recent past, Patrick Mahomes get paid the whole entire bank. We also seen Deshaun Watson cash in. We've also seen guys who didn't get that money initially, waited it out, and still got that money in Dak Prescott. And I'm going to go ahead and let the VP start this one. What are your thoughts on the potential contract and all the discussions with Lamar Jackson?
Well, I think the one thing that's crazy about it is I see both points. Like I want Lamar to get paid, but at the same time, history shows when you pay a quarterback, it don't work out for his team success. So it's like if we pay him, how much are we gonna lose if we pay him? Like, are we just gonna be? Is it just gonna be Lamar out there and nothing else? So it's like, yeah. I want to pay him, but it's like I don't want to pay him the max. Like, I don't think every quarterback should be like, yeah, I want the max every single time. Like, I think it should be an in between. Like, you even got Josh Allen saying, I don't mind taking less to help my team get better. Like, I don't get why everybody can't take that approach. Like, yes, Mahomes and them got paid, but in a year or so, they're going to be in trouble. Yes, that got paid. In a year or two, they're going to be in trouble. So do we want to be in that position if we pay him?
I get that.
Anybody else with any thoughts real quick?
I agree.
Yeah. He's spot on though. That once they get paid, that hunger not there no more.
And it's not even the hunger. It's like look at the teams that get paid. See, the Ravens thing always been paying defense. They always wanted to pay defense. So when you look around the league and you see all these high-profile quarterbacks getting paid, most likely they probably got a high-paid running back, a high-paid wide receiver, or maybe a high-paid tight end, but ain't got shit on defense. So it's like, what do you want? Do you want to just pay the offense now, or you want to pay the defense? Because you can't have Lamar making Dak type money, but keep a Humphreys, keep a Peters, keep a whoever. Like, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Well, I know
right
now they did just give
that going to throw for 7,000 yards. That's because his team going to give up 8,000 yards.
Right. That's a crazy way to look at it.
I mean, that's an interesting point, but I always look at it as, well, what do you do if you're the player? Because it's not
if you're the player, you cash out. Yeah, you cash out.
It's not the player's responsibility to field the team. That's the owner and the GM's responsibility to make sure that the team is fielded.
You cash out, but the history shows it just doesn't work. Ask Matt Ryan and Julio.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the one thing that I've been noticing from what Baltimore is doing, they're trying to invest, and they always do this. They try to invest into their draft picks.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
If you go and you continuously bring in the next replacement, and then they hit for you and it works, that's a great thing. But you can't always play with that either because there's no guarantee that you're going to get that talent that you want in the draft. It's just like I think this year. Go ahead, Mike.
We done had some miss on that. The next replacement, we done had some miss on the next replacement.
And that's what I'm getting at. So like we've had that before with the kid that got drafted from Texas. He was supposed to be the next great defensive end / linebacker that Baltimore was going to have, and he had the incident when he fell out.
Oh, Sergio.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sergio Kendall.
Yeah.
Sergio Kendall was supposed to be the next one. So when that happened, that kind of pushed back the timetable of, Dad, we got to invest more into what? Suggs and Elvis Dumerville. We had to go out and basically buy 1 year guys that would just funnel in for a year to try to help us stay afloat. I think even now with what we did, getting rid of Matt Judon, I thought it was a good move to get rid of Judon because I don't think he was worth the money that we.
He damn sure wasn't.
But at the same time, we're going to get a project kid from Penn State that we don't know about. So it's like you're banking on the draft picks, and that's cool if it hit. But if it doesn't hit, it puts you in that boat of damn. But what we're going to do now because we always have to pay that money.
He like a defensive David Boston.
But and that's the flip side of that too. When them draft pick hit, that's what you gotta do. You gotta pay them.
Yeah.
So like Lamar, if he gets paid now, and see, this is my theory about why they won't give Dobbins the boatload. Dobbins can opt out and because he's a second round pick if he outweigh his contract and make a All Pro or Pro Bowl. Now you got to pay him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So now you're looking at you got a high price quarterback, high price left tackle. Your running back want money. Your wide receiver might be wanting money soon. NFL just like I think a lot of people look at it like I think a lot of people look at other sports and just be like because baseball and basketball can just throw money at people, and they just think you can build the team like that.
Well, the salary cap going up next year, though, right?
It's going up, but it ain't going up.
But that's another 40
crazy,
to work with.
Yeah.
But you still can't dedicate most of that to Lamar.
So here's my question.
Still gonna be in the same situation.
This is my question. We're looking at, and I'm comparing off 3 quarterbacks. So you got the Patrick Mahomes money. You also have the Deshaun Watson money, and then you have the Dak Prescott money. Those are the 3 QBs. Who do you go with to say, hey, look, what money can we get Lamar? And just take all of those into consideration.
It's Dak Prescott money.
Yeah, he definitely got to get like Dak. You definitely got to get the last one. Dak was the last one, so you got to get that. And that's a hell of a lot of money.
But he is a league MVP, so he might go over Dak money though.
Well, that's the rumors that he won nothing less than that.
Right, but I mean, in my opinion, he can't get Patrick money, but he gotta get under Patrick money. But I don't know if it's a limitation on the years though. Unless they do some shit like Tom Brady did in New England.
Commit to somebody that long. See, I don't think they ready to say, all right, we're gonna give you 10 years.
Okay, so how many years you thinking he should get? 4, 8?
I think he should get the 4. I think he should get the 4.
So he should get 4-year deal. So he should take a short-term deal.
Yeah,
fellas, top of the morning.
What I heard is the Ravens want to just extend them for 2 more years and then redo it 2 years from now. So then they can give him a big time long-term contract. They're trying to give him something like a Kirk Cousins deal and then re him back up.
Kirk Cousins got a lot of money.
Yeah, you talking about the Kirk Cousins, the deal he had when everything was guaranteed, like the 375? Yeah, see,
they're trying to give him something like that. Yeah, they're trying to give him something like that, and then he can re-back up instead of just committing 4 years, 190, 170 of it guaranteed.
Is he still on his own negotiating?
Jackson, what y'all think his window is though before they give up on him?
Another 2 years. It's all about the coach for me.
I don't think they gonna give up on him.
Yeah, I'm about to say they ain't giving up on him now.
Cause he's special. You just
Oh,
got
he's special, but I just
yeah.
think it's about the coach. You know, I don't think another court. I don't think nobody else would come in here and play with Lamar.
Yeah.
So
I
you
think
think
somebody young would, but I don't think no
Because
old person would.
I don't think nobody. Oh, because you got to cater to him.
Right.
Yeah. So you think
gotta
we get
tailor
another
your joint.
coordinator? He gonna be all right?
Oh yeah, that's definitely the key.
I'm gonna tell you the only person that'll come in that's old that'll work with him is what was Denver old coach that tailored everything to Robert Griffin. I can't think of his name.
who Shanahan?
Yeah, the older one.
I
Who
don't
the
think
nigga- who the nigga-
I know he's not coming back, but like he was smart enough to know like I got somebody I can tell the whole offense around what he does best.
Yeah.
Out of the over the coaches that I've seen recently.
Shanahan
RG3
low-key
fucked that
coaching the
up.
49ers.
Who he
with his
talking about?
son.
Gary Kubiak?
No, he's
No,
talking about
not
Shanahan, the
Kubiak,
older
Shanahan.
one, Mike Shanahan.
Mike Shanahan is out there with his like Caleb just said. He is out
Yeah,
there.
with his son. Yeah, I know he ain't coming back, but I mean that's the only person I know that would do something like that.
That's why I said I think Lamar's future, both of their futures are combined for life. Like Harbaugh and they combined by the hip. They any given Sunday. They Al Pacino and James
Willie
Bond.
Beeman. Willie Beeman.
Yeah,
So here's my question for you though, Ray. I gotta ask this question. Do you think that the window for Harbaugh here in Baltimore is only 2 years?
I think this year a big year. I think it's 2 years, man. I think this year is a big year. This we gotta admit, this is the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Your window don't last long.
But
he is one of the longest tenured coaches though right now.
Baltimore pretty loyal to their coaches though, bro.
Oh yeah, we definitely
Yeah.
loyal when it
Baltimore
comes
loyal,
to it. But when we loyal, but when it's that same old routine, I think it's gonna start pushing the people back a little bit. Because you got people that want Harbaugh out of here.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why though. Like we had him since Brian Billick, right? Since Brian Billick left, we had Harbaugh, and we missed the playoffs. What? 2 years, 3 years, if that. We got a new quarterback. Like I feel like we're gonna keep him a little longer than 2 years, bro. Now, if he fuck up this year and we go like 8 and 9 since they added that new game, yeah, he out. He out.
So I just look at Harbaugh where I think a lot of years he got saved by the locker room, with the locker room being so older veteran team. But when they stopped caring about what the hell his little speeches and shit was, like these young dudes don't care about that shit.
So you think a more offensive minded head coach would help since Harbaugh's special team?
Definitely. Harbaugh is only as good as his coordinators.
I was about to say
that's a fact.
He can hire a great coordinator to make him look good. He does that well. Like whoever he hires always make him look good.
I think he'll play his coach that needs good coordinators because he damn sure can make in-game adjustments.
Yeah, he's only good as his coordinators.
Well, how are his coordinators now? We already know about Wink. We know what we're talking about.
Yo, I wish that I had got the password to join the so when you get season tickets, like the coaches and shit talk to you, but we didn't get the password in time to talk to Greg Roman because I was about to ask him. So like, how many pages are in the playbook?
Yo, it's just sad when you got a coordinator that NFL players on TV are calling out. Like, like that's bad.
Yeah.
Like you got Steve Smith on national TV talking about that
Right.
man called a new play since 2012. Like,
He also said his kids can call better plays.
like you got people on national TV killing this man, and he's still your coordinator.
Right.
You got Kurt Warner killing him. You got all these guys killing your coordinator, and he's still your coordinator. It's crazy. That's because Harbaugh loyal to that.
Still winning.
Harbaugh loyal to that tree that his daddy built. Like everything is
still
related to his
winning, though.
father. Yeah, it's still winning, but do it get you there?
Right.
Though?
I feel like
that's the problem. That's the problem. When you're so loyal, not to cut you off, Caleb, but when you're so loyal to the tree, that can hurt you in the long run because I think the same thing kind of happened with Shanahan in Washington. He was so loyal to what he wanted to do, and it was like, yo, you can't keep doing that. Even with Kubiak for an extent. I think Kubiak got lucky because he still had John Elway as the GM.
No. Here, look, even here, look out Super Bowl run. He was so loyal to Cam Cameron. Soon as they put Caldwell in, who ain't got shit to do with that Harbaugh family stuff, what happened?
They win.
Yeah,
I think Baltimore, one of Baltimore's biggest problems is the money, bro. If you want to be honest, like our offense, like if you look around the league, everybody who's winning got all-star, superstar talent around their quarterback.
Mm-hmm. That's because the Ravens' MO is always going to be mentioned with defense. We always, no matter what.
Our defensive players, defense, we got a next man up mentality. We don't give a fuck. We draft good on defense. Ray Lewis left. C.J. Mosley stepped up. Terrell Suggs left. You had McPhee on the outside. And,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They step up, and then we like to pay them people when they step up. That's the thing.
Yeah, we don't pay our offense.
Yeah, we don't pay offense.
That shit hurts. We always get wide receivers when they outside of their prime.
Right. What's up, Eddie?
Old ass Derek Mason, Anquan Bolden came through clutch. Sammy Watkins.
Even with that though, you said Bolden came in clutch. I remember when Bolden came in here that first year and dropped the critical touchdown with Flacco.
Yeah. TJ did too. TJ, they both dropped balls in that Pittsburgh game in the playoffs.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh game, divisional game that we lost.
Yeah, who dropped that in the end zone against the Patriots, right?
No, we're talking about the Pittsburgh game.
The Pittsburgh game when black and yellow dropped.
Yeah. All right.
When for whatever reason on 4th and 26, Darius had to look back.
Yeah, and the bullshit blocking the back when they ran the punt back for the touchdown.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, what are you looking back for? You know you could be there scrambling for a minute because he was striving AB.
I think that now with what they're doing, they're solely invested on trying to get as many young weapons on offense as possible. But the hindrance is the coordinator. Is he willing to allow the system to actually open up, or is he just going to stick to what's been working? Which is kind of weird to say this because over the last 3 years, they have had the most prolific running offense in the history of the NFL. But we're not just looking at it from those stats. We're looking at it from playoff success. Can these guys win a game in the playoffs? Because when teams start making those adjustments, especially after they see you twice, when they start making those adjustments, what are you going to do when you are getting forced to throw the ball? Which one of those wide receivers are going to step up and say, I'm not afraid to go and get this one-on-one over the top. I'm not afraid to see my quarterback say, I got to air it out and I just can't keep dinking and dunking and dinking and dunking. And I'm looking at you, Eddie. I know you pegging on it, yo. Say something to me on what do you see? First part, you late. First on the money. Yeah, I had to throw that out there. I had to throw him out there with that. First, on the money, what money do you think Lamar Jackson should get? Second, what do you see the Ravens have to do as an adjustment to better their offensive success in the playoffs?
You know he's gonna say get rid of Lamar.
Yeah, you know he's gonna say that.
No, man. Let the training wheels go. They still got their boy on a leash.
You know when he said that, you know they don't allow people to film him in practice this year.
Yeah, like let the training wheels off of him. I think the year we seen his MVP year, we seen he can throw the ball. We seen when they want to air it out, they can. They just they don't have the confidence in him enough to let him keep doing it. I don't know why they want to stick to the run game, but that's on the organization. That's just them being scared. They so used to it. They're used to throwing. They're used to running the ball.
I don't think it's a scare. I mean, I agree with you, Eddie, and it ain't that. I just think you're right in some ways. Like it's a confidence thing, but like I said, it's like they don't want to expand the playbook, and I don't know why they don't trust him. Like same thing with what Hollywood said last year when he started stepping up. He was like, "Yo, you can't keep running these little short ass intermediate routes."
Yo,
That's the
Hollywood
same
be
fuck
dropping too much shit to talk a lot of shit though. Yo, Hollywood
No,
dropped
he
a
stepped
lot
up.
of passes.
He stepped up the last 5-6 games after he said what he said about the soldiers.
Yeah, but in my opinion, Hollywood is a better slot receiver.
Yeah, but see, that's
He's not
the thing. That's the thing about that's on the organization. Like, I
Right.
just can't believe we the only fucking team that can't draft one of these fucking monster wide receivers. Like, this shit is embarrassing. Like, every fucking team got 1, 2, damn near 3 big ass primetime wide receivers.
Y'all got one this year.
And we got a motherfucking
And who is it,
140
Greg?
pound. We
That
got a
kid
140
Thank
pound
you.
number one.
Now go with that, Greg, because I'm gonna
That kid Bateman is a problem, man. I'm not a Ravens fan, but shorty a problem.
Hey, man, I hope Bateman don't become another Rashad Perry, man.
Don't do that.
But I think that right there is the concern for Baltimore. When we do get one, the first thing we see is the Rashad Perrimans or the Mark Clayton.
But see,
We don't want that.
I think the Ravens' problem is they give up too fast because y'all had Darren Waller. Y'all gave up on him after a year and a half.
Nah, he was
Waller
going to do his
got-
drug
Waller
things.
kept
He was going to do his
drugs.
drug issues at that time.
Either
They ain't
way-
want to let him
Either
go.
way, you gave up on him, regardless of what he was going through. You gave up on him.
I can't
Well,
say
that's
that.
the Ravens give up on everybody.
They give up on everybody.
Ravens don't take no
He was
shit.
at that time where football ain't matter because he was wilding for real. If you ever seen his little NFL documentary they had, I forgot what the name of the show is. Like it was like at the point it was like his life in football because Yo was really wilding out.
And then they just didn't have time because they the ones that transitioned them to tight end. And then as soon as they put them on practice squad, Oakland seen his ass.
Right.
I'd have rather kept his ass over top of blocking yo. The other one that got
Boyle.
caught. Yeah, the other one that got caught with steroids.
But they love Boyle. Why? Because he be out there on them steroids blocking.
Right.
He be out there smashing niggas. Mike said it. What happened when Boyle went down, Mike?
The whole thing changed because that was the six. I know.
Everything was different when Boyle got hurt.
But they gave up on Perryman too, and he went to other places and killed.
Perryman ain't kill nowhere.
Yeah, he just had like
He had a
like
serviceable season,
He
yo.
just
It
had
was
like
serviceable.
he just had 2 crazy games that people was like, oh, look at him.
Ain't nobody checking for Perryman, bro. That nigga be a free agent in no time.
Wasn't he free agent last year?
Perryman was killing with the Jets.
Who he played for last year?
That's why I kept quiet. That's why I kept quiet because he was killing with the Jets. I don't know what. Either his TV got.
No, he had like 2. He had like 2
HD.
games.
I don't know.
Yeah, like 2
And he had a
games.
couple games with Tampa Bay where he was all right.
Last year, yo. He had a solid season with the Jets last year.
He was hurt half the season.
It
Like
was
the second half
serviceable
went
the season before.
Second half of the year last year with the Jets, Perryman was having a solid season last year.
When Flacco started playing, he had like two good games.
You taking after that year with the Jets? You want him back on the Ravens?
Hell no.
I don't want nobody on the Ravens.
Oh, all right.
I don't like the Ravens.
And another thing about the Ravens that I think a lot of people can't stand, you got Julio out there, and you telling everybody their price too high. We're not going to go for that price. But then Julio get traded a day later for a 2nd round pick,
Right?
And basically some shit in 2030. Like the fuck is that?
That happened
Julio
the year
ain't want to come to
before.
Baltimore anyway, man.
He wouldn't have had no choice if he was getting traded.
Right.
He would have pulled the Carson Palmer and retired early just to come back for another team.
He might have, but everybody's saying so. I guess on the agreement with this tonight on the day, we all saying that Lamar should get a short-term deal.
I think short term.
I like that Kirk Cousins deal with the Ray said. That makes sense. Everybody's satisfied.
Down, bro.
And the other issue though is
Somebody-
his mother hurting him or was she helping?
I think
Yeah, that's
she
why
hurts
I asked was who was negotiating the contract.
him. I think she hurts him. I think her inexperience is kind of hurting him a little bit because I'm looking at her, and as his mother as well as the agent, I would be looking at this too. I need money between Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. That's what she's probably looking at. Like if Watson got this and ain't never won anything, and then Patrick got this and he's a champion and an MVP and a Super Bowl MVP, I'm in the
His mom not in negotiations. It's him. He's talking to the team by himself.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you put that in there, Mark. You know, I can't see your mama.
He not getting Patrick Mahomes money.
No, I don't think he should get that.
He got $500 million. You're not getting that.
Yeah, I don't think he should get that.
Nah,
But what did
he
Deshaun
shouldn't.
Watson get though? 7 years, right? Or 8 years?
Deshaun only got the full for 160 or some shit like that.
Yeah, because he got the
Sean ain't
extension.
getting nothing right now.
Yeah, he had got the extension, so this shit was only like 4
So
for
you
1.
extend
I'm about to tell you what it is now.
So Pat Mahomes got 10-year deal on him.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got
Pat got 10. Yeah.
And then he brought into the Royals. I said, damn.
smart man. Make a good investment.
Yeah.
That's smart.
But like I said, I would take the hey, here's 2 years guaranteed, and we'll see you again in 2 years. I'll take that.
So you saying take the extension? Just take a short-term extension.
Yeah, just take a 2-year joint. See, because if you keep on fucking around, the Ravens just going to just say, all right, we'll just franchise your ass.
That's a lot of money to go invested into the quarterback, though. That's my only thing. That's just a lot of money to go invest it right there.
But is he just the quarterback though?
Come on, G.
For that team, he a little bit more than just the quarterback.
I know, but I thought you was ready to throw that shot out there. But it's
Nah. I know I'm
No,
not.
but that's the serious talk that got happened to Lamar, though. Like, Lamar, do you care about running more than anything? Because the one thing I hate, I think he takes a lot of carries away from Dobbins and Gus. Like, he pulls that thing out to get nothing sometimes when they be having a hold or something like that. Like,
Yeah. But yo, that read option is so quick. Like, it's like, yo, you got to read the defensive end, read the linebacker, and make a decision in a second.
yeah, but sometimes you just gotta let it go. Like, just give it to the running back and let it be. See what they can do.
Because at the end of the day, on the read option, everybody looking at Lamar more than they're looking at the running back.
Yeah, especially nowadays. Like, it's like
looking at Lamar more than they're looking at the
Like, I think he get frustrated if he gives it off and they don't get nothing. Then he like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to get 10 yards myself.
Hey, yo, that's the truth. Because he was like, I could have hit that little slip.
But, yo, is he wrong for thinking that? Because look at all the shit he make happen when there's nothing there.
It's a gift and a curse. It's a gift
it
and a
is.
curse.
He can wiggle out of some shit and get an 8-yard gain. Or he do too much.
I just think he got running backs. He got them running backs that the more they get the rock, the more they just get better and better and better and better.
Yeah.
Like when you get Dobbins up to 15, 20 carries, he getting you 120, 130. Gus the same way. You get him up there in carries, they start trucking. But when you take them carries away from them.
But as we just said, we see the running aspect is great. We got to see the Bateman. We got to see Hollywood Brown. We got to see more than just Andrews get all of the targets in the red zone. We got to see the other pieces work so we can open it up even more. Now, I do think it can happen. It's just that will they adjust to allowing it to happen? I ain't saying go 4 out and just 4 wide out and just go hard and just throw the ball. I'm saying you got to show me, hey, look, Bateman got one-on-one over the top. We in the read option. Look, you don't have to run the read option. You know what I'm saying? Go hit Bateman. Hit him for a quick slant. Hit him for a 20 sluggo move. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just see what happens because you got to start using those wideouts to your advantage.
Meanwhile, Boykin's still trying to get out of 5 and out and shit, trying to get out his stance.
It's crazy, man.
That shit. The route running is don't be there sometimes, bro. Like,
well, that's why they drafted Bateman.
I'm gonna keep it 100. Yo, don't like it. That's just
don't like what?
Like Lamar don't like him.
Don't like Boykin?
Yeah, Lamar don't like him. Lamar don't like him. This is everybody. Yo, we all watch the same games. Yo, I've been at games and I'm like, yo, this motherfucker. He look away from him. Like he don't like him.
That's the one thing I missed this year. Not going to the games this year when you can actually see the on field or who's open. And
he don't like him. He don't like Boykin. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like, you know, he's not one of the guys that be like, yo, let's hang out and do shit like that. He
ain't a Florida boy.
Now, let me tell you, if you go somewhere else, What's this Western game?
But I don't believe in. I wouldn't like him neither. The nigga went to Notre Dame. Notre Dame niggas. Sorry.
It's straight shit on the Notre Dame guy.
They do, yo. They like the Ohio State quarterback, so they be overrated like a motherfucker.
No, that's a fact.
Well, let's switch gears real quick. We got to go to the NBA Western Conference Finals right now because they getting ready to come up with Game 4. So far, it's been a real good series. It's been entertaining. Phoenix held serve with their home court without Chris Paul, but Chris Paul made his return in Game 3, and the Clippers showed their resilience and showed off and won Game 3. What's your thoughts so far on the Western Conference?
But before we get started, Greg, can you give me my props? Because didn't I tell you Phoenix was going all the way to the Western Conference Finals? I want you to give me my props, man.
You did. You get it. I respect that.
Them boys is loaded, man.
I think Chris Paul should have stayed out.
Huh?
No, it wasn't Chris Paul's fault they lost.
I just think it's more of a. I just think the thing. While we'll see this game, I just think them first 2 games. I just think with Cameron Payne, they sped the Clippers up so much.
Yeah.
I just think the Clippers couldn't hang with the speed, and then now with Chris Paul back, it's kind of more of a slower tempo, and I think it gave the Clippers a chance to get back on defense and lock up on defense better. So it's gonna be.
I'm not gonna lie. Let Devin Booker get used to his little mask for real. Cause he ain't shoot that good first game with that mask on.
To be honest with you, I'm gonna call it like this. Watch Devin Booker even before the injury with the broken nose. He was struggling in Game 2 a little bit as well before the nose break, and he had a lot of turnovers.
See, I said with Devin Booker this was like my thing about him coming up and as a new star. Them first 2 series, he ain't had to play nobody. KCP not gonna move a lot. The Denver series, Austin Rivers. Now Beverly or Reggie Jackson ain't offensive threats, but they move around a lot, and then they gonna pick you up 90 feet. So he working on both sides now. So I wonder is that starting to affect him, man?
Man, the man gonna destroy them boys, man.
They making them work though. I mean, you gotta give them. They make picking them up at
NBA. That's what the NBA about. Everybody gonna make you work, but that man gonna destroy them boys.
Tonight, 9 o'clock. We're gonna see. Now I say this. Let's
definitely going to
question. Let me ask this question. If the Clippers win this game tonight, does Kawhi come back Game 5?
No.
Nah.
I think if he comes back, I think he wait till he down.
I mean, they could be there. So down 3-1 and come back.
Yeah, I think if they down 3-1, I think he'll try.
I think Kawhi done with the Clippers, yo.
I think he's done with the Clippers.
I think he's done. He gave up, bro.
Yeah, because I heard they already talked about
he gonna be on South Beach. He gonna be with us in South Beach.
Yeah, he gonna be in Miami. They already talking about he mad at the medical staff like he was in San Antonio.
How can you see that? That's a whole nother conversation. We're gonna do that in a minute. But let's keep it here. If the Clippers win Game 4, do the Clippers win this series?
No, I still think Phoenix gonna win.
Phoenix is going to win. Phoenix is going to play Milwaukee in the championship, man.
If the Clippers win tonight, the Clippers are going to the finals.
Nah, I don't think Chris Paul will be denied.
You know what's funny? Yo, I agree with Ray.
Chris Paul been denied his whole career.
I'm about to say, like, if they,
I think this is time.
Phoenix has never felt the pressure yet, and if the Clippers win tonight, now the pressure is on the young squad. Like,
but they ain't supposed to be there anyway.
That's true. That's absolutely true. But at the same time, they can win tonight. They ain't winning 3 of the next 4.
2 of the next 3.
I think it comes down to Monty Williams and Ty Lue, bro.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying there's so many adjustments, and it's like
I think it comes because Ty Lue been making the right adjustments at the right time every series so far.
Man, fuck Ty Lue.
Man, fuck Ty. Oh, you took the words right out. Man, you took the words right out my mouth.
They gonna smack the Clippers. They gonna smack the Clippers.
Listen, it can be fuck him all day, but you can't take away what he's doing as a coach, though.
I know.
No, you can't. But he ain't making no adjustments to slow nothing down, man. Them kids gonna run.
Yo, his starting 5 changed damn near every game.
Yeah,
You know what adjustment he did? He adjusted that boy nose. That's the adjustment he did.
And
if they didn't adjust that boy nose, they'd be down 3.
This is kind of funny, right? I believe looking at Pat Beverly, he always looking to get all this praise for what he do and how he averages 10 a game. A lot of times his 10 points is always in garbage time and shit, but ain't nobody paying attention to his little ass no more. He gets his 10 points and then he make it seem like, oh, he's all world defense. I'm like, yo, you don't do nothing but foul niggas all game.
All game, bro.
He got booked on a lot right now. And ever since I watched that voiceover with Michi when he was barking after him, I was like, every time he come down the court, you always really do look like he a little dog barking at him, chasing him.
Terrible, man. Terrible. But I do think that this series can go the other way. I think if the Clippers can pull off this win tonight, I see them in those next 3 games. I do see them pulling this off and going to the finals. Phoenix, I think this is the critical game. They have to win this game tonight. If they don't win this game tonight, for the Suns, I should say, if the Suns don't win this game tonight, they could be in some trouble because, again, they're a young squad that hasn't been through this yet.
That's why I'm saying you can't look at nobody on that sideline and say, yo, what we do? Like, nobody on that sideline.
And even with Chris Paul being on the sideline, Chris Paul was in this situation once and he got hurt in that game?
He got
hurt in that game.
He was in twice.
I don't want to hear shit about Chris Paul, man. I don't want to hear shit about Chris Paul, bro. Y'all, people be making me feel like Chris Paul knows. Y'all give him too many flowers right now, bro. He ain't really do shit his career. Like, he a solid point guard. He wins.
What? Yo, is it a way we can mute that nigga?
Yo, he need to be muted like I got muted, yo. Yo, he need to be muted like I got muted, yo.
Hold up.
Don't you got a job to do?
Everybody, let's just do that.
Yo, mute his mic.
Get their points out. Go ahead, Caleb. Say what you're saying.
What has Chris Paul really done in his career besides get hurt in clutch moments?
That's a solid question, but look, this is what we'll answer. Mike.
Hold on. No. And with you saying that, he's still a Hall of Fame fucking point guard. All that shit you just said means nothing because he's still a Hall of Fame point guard.
Like NBA analysts would say, the Hall of Fame watered down now, bro. Everybody getting into the Hall of Fame now, bro.
Everybody don't get into the Hall of Fame. Everybody don't get into the Hall of Fame. Everybody don't get into the fucking Hall of Fame.
Bro.
Everybody don't get to the Hall of Fame.
Now, I admit, y'all know I'm not a Chris Paul fan. And I will say he's an all-time point guard. But at the same time, he do get a lot of passes by a lot of people. Like, he gets a lot of passes.
The same with the other guys who haven't won a championship yet. The same with the other great guys who haven't won a championship yet.
Who?
They get passes too.
Name 5.
Name 5?
Name
get
5.
A pass? Harden gets a pass.
Harden don't get a pass. Everybody say Harden
don't get Harden no pass.
Yeah, Harden get a pass.
Yeah.
The reason why New Jersey ain't go because Harden was hurt.
Harden is
a pass. That's not a pass.
Yo, Harden is the Peyton Manning of the NBA, bro. He's a regular season great. But postseason,
I need to know is that a pass? That's not a pass.
No.
All right, okay, that's not a pass. So T-Mac get a pass, right?
Peyton Manning.
T-Mac get a pass, right?
I don't think nobody ever gave T-Mac a pass.
Yeah.
So is it Chris Paul's fault that injuries happen?
Yeah,
like he's been injured twice, man.
Durability is your best availability.
And y'all saying as if he injured every year.
Hey Ray, say it again for him, bro. Ray, say it again.
Durability is your best availability. If you ain't out there, you ain't out there.
If we talk about injuries, it don't matter.
Because Darren Williams he always got hurt.
And what happened? Nobody talk about
and where he at? Where he at? And he was a baller in Utah. Start getting hurt. Nobody talking about him, bro.
He still wasn't better than Chris Paul, though.
That's my whole point. He's not better than Chris Paul.
That's like Steve Nash. Steve Nash got 2 MVPs, but what can he do? He couldn't get there. So what happens? People says he's the most funniest MVP.
Chris Paul was going. I mean, Steve Nash was going against Spurs and the Lakers.
Well, Steve Nash.
Hold on, wait a minute. You gonna say Steve Nash is going against the Lakers and who?
Lakers and the Spurs.
So Peyton Manning had to go against the Patriots because I heard a little Peyton Manning's jab. Listen, that nigga was. They was like the offensive Ravens. They never had a defense. Like we always had.
I'm Peyton Manning, one of my favorite quarterbacks. Don't get me wrong, but postseason wise,
he didn't show up.
He didn't show up.
No defense.
And then like
I
Chris Paul,
understand that.
he the most dirtiest player in probably in our generation. Nobody talks about it.
Yeah,
Niggas talk about Draymond. Draymond kick a nigga one time, and it's wow, he's a dirty player. Fucking Chris Paul been hitting niggas in the nuts for his whole career.
Yeah,
And
I'm letting
nobody
that
like Bruce
State
Bowen,
Farm
though.
shit go to y'all head, yo.
Nah, you disrespected Chris Paul, brother. That's
Yo,
what you
I'm
do.
not, bro. I never said he was a bum.
Because if
I'm
he
just
ain't get
saying
hurt,
y'all making
if he ain't get hurt when he was in Houston,
making
they
him
got a chip.
overrated, bro. You still haven't named
He-
5 players.
he's
Let's
not.
see, but look,
I
Mo,
can't
when you
name
say
5
that,
players,
though,
but everybody keep talking. And every player I named just said, no, not that player, no, that player. It's a waste of time
Jamal,
trying to name
you
players.
say if he didn't get hurt in Houston, they would have won a chip. But guess what?
He
They
got hurt.
got
I
the
know.
matchup the next year. What happened? KD got hurt, and what happened? What
And
did
they
Chris
lost.
Paul do?
Nothing.
Chris Paul got hurt.
Chris
No, he
Paul got
didn't.
hurt.
No, he did. Not the second year. Not the second year.
Yeah, yes, he did.
He got
KD
hurt both
with-
years.
No, he did
Chris
not.
Paul got hurt both
He
years.
did. He got
KD
hurt
got
back
hurt
to
in
back
game
years. Look it
5.
up.
KD
got hurt both
in
games.
game. He did not.
He didn't play the
No,
game 7. He
He
didn't
did
play
play-
that game 7.
You're
He was
talking
hurt.
about the year before with the game 7.
The next year when KD's towards Achilles was a versus Houston in the second round.
Yep.
Game 5. They
Yep.
was up 10.
And they lost that
That
lead
didn't
to
even
Chef.
score
They lost that
a
lead
point.
to Chef and
And he
Clay.
gave Chris
Well,
Paul.
who ain't show up? Because remember, Harden don't never show up in the playoffs.
Chris Paul was
No.
like 2 for 15 that game.
And then see, I don't even go off of game 5. You know why? Because I say in game 5, Golden State had the home court. They found a way to pull through and win that game. Game 6 in Houston, Chris Paul did not show up. Chris Paul didn't show up, and James Harden, neither one of them showed up in game 6.
So back
Neither
to
one-
my question. What has Chris Paul done? Because if you look at that OKC team,
let me answer the question.
Westbrook took the same Thunder team to the playoffs before he left and went to the Rockets.
I'll give you the answer. And I know we've been talking about Chris Paul for like the last week and a half. Me and Ray can attest about how he's always fell into the right spot at the right time. So I'll say this. The one thing about Chris Paul, because you still got to play the games and you still got to win them. He did lead different organizations to the playoffs. He did elevate those teams when he was there. And when I say elevate them, even if it's a move up from 3 spots from the 8th
Everywhere
spot to
he
the
go,
5th
he
spot,
win.
he
Right.
wins. He finds
Everywhere
a way
he
to
go.
win more games. Even
Modern
with
day
the Phoenix
Zeke.
Suns. Phoenix was a young basketball team. They needed a guy to give them a little bit of experience. He's helped them win. He's helped them grow a lot better. But with all that being said, I judge Chris Paul just like we finished talking about Lamar Jackson with the playoffs. I got to judge Chris Paul off of the playoffs. And in the playoffs, he either hurt or he don't show up. And that's what's been going on with Chris Paul throughout his whole entire career.
23
Right
wins
now.
last year, 62 this year. Same team, 3 different players.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
Period.
give respect
That
to
man
Crowder.
brung 40 wins to a bunch of 19-year-olds and took them all the way to the Western
Right.
Conference
And
Finals.
OKC too.
Right.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
Westbrook
So
Westbrook had the
OKC was
Thunder
crazy.
in the playoffs.
Yeah,
The shit was
Westbrook had
crazy.
him in the playoffs.
OKC.
Westbrook had them in the playoffs. Chris Paul
OKC
just took them
is
forward and
so
got them
fucking
back to the
That was a
playoffs.
flawed.
different team though, yo. Because what you call
I
it
can't
came
go
from
with
the
the-
Clippers.
That's not the team that
OKC
Westbrook played with.
Right.
That's
Because
not
the
the
team
team
came from the
Westbrook played
Clippers.
with.
I can't remember
What are you
Chicago.
talking about, Caleb?
Next
That's not
subject.
Hold up,
the team that
every
Next
team
Westbrook
subject.
Westbrook
played with.
played with what? Every
Next
time
That's not
subject.
Westbrook
the team
played
that
what?
Westbrook played with.
That was a different team, yo.
It's a
Hold up,
whole different team.
What you saying about Westbrook, bro? Was a lot of people talking.
That's
It
not
was a
the team
different
Westbrook
team.
played with. That's not the team Westbrook played
Because
with.
the team Westbrook played with was even worse.
Yo,
I
come
give
on, yo.
you
Like,
that. I
yo,
give you that, Ray. I give you that,
the
Ray. That's
Westbrook
right.
slander is out of control, bro.
It's
It's
not
out of
Westbrook slander.
control,
I'm a
yo.
Westbrook
Not
fan.
from y'all, not
Before
from
we keep
y'all,
going,
not from
go ahead,
y'all, not from y'all. I'm not saying y'all slandering Westbrook. I'm just saying overall, ESPN, Fox Sports, whatever you want to call it. Yo, Westbrook pulls teams with him, bro. Pulls teams, and the only thing y'all can say is what, he shoot too much or he stat pattern. That's bullshit, bro. That nigga carries teams, bro. The Thunder will be nothing after KD left. Look what Westbrook was doing in OKC, bro.
So Caleb, you're absolutely right. So where would Phoenix be without Chris Paul right now?
In the playoffs.
And
In the playoffs.
I believe they'll be in the playoffs, bro.
How would they
Right,
be in the
7 seed.
playoffs if they won 23 games last year with the
They
same
didn't win
exact team?
23 games. They won 38 games last year.
Listen,
'cause they
last
were-
All right,
year
let's say
don't hold.
38. Let's say 45.
All right, cool. Last year hold no weight in this shit, first and foremost. Because the fucking Atlanta Hawks wasn't who they are this year either. So last year hold no weight to this year.
Atlanta
bro.
Hawks got a whole new team. Atlanta Hawks got a whole new team.
If you
They got a
remember,
whole
the
new
Suns
team.
caught fire at the end of the season last
The
year.
Atlanta
bro.
Hawks
Yeah.
got Bogdanovich,
The
Gallinari,
Suns,
all them niggas they ain't had
the
last year.
Suns caught fire at the end of the season last year. They went to the bubble and went
It
undefeated.
didn't make the playoffs. The court fire didn't make the playoffs.
They
Because of the
barely
play-in,
missed the
though.
playoffs.
They only missed
Barely,
because of the
barely,
play-in.
barely
barely,
missed it, bro.
almost.
Hold up.
They was
Look,
there.
fellas.
They didn't make
We
the playoffs.
can't talk over each other because we ain't gonna be able to hear. Go ahead, Mike. What you were saying?
Barely making the playoffs. Almost made the playoffs. All that shit y'all saying. They didn't make the playoffs.
But guess why
Go
they
ahead,
didn't
Trey.
make it? That's why they didn't make it. That's why they didn't make it.
Because they ain't have a floor general.
Because Aton was suspended for PEDs half the season. And
He
when
missed 23 games. He missed 25
he
games.
missed like
man.
25
He
games.
missed 25 games. I got it
That's a
right
big
here on
amount.
TV.
That's a big amount.
Now,
That's
hold
a
up.
quarter of the
Let's go
season.
You
ahead.
gotta remember the season got cut short because of COVID.
He
Yeah,
missed 25. He missed 25 games due to suspension. They only played 66 regular season games last year.
So
You
that's
gotta
a,
remember,
that's a
third
lot
of
of
the
games.
season, bro.
they only played 66, so he did miss half of the season due to his suspension.
Correct. You're right.
But with all that being said, they got hot in the bubble. They won 8 straight. I do think that this Phoenix team was learning how to win last year through the bubble.
And CP3 was just icing on the cake.
And Chris Paul just gives you the icing on the
He
cake.
the veteran you need.
I'll be that floor general dude.
I
that's
say
gonna
the
teach
floor
y'all how to
general ain't
play.
missing.
Yes, I do agree
I'm
with
not
that.
taking
But I
that
also,
quote.
but I told you, you can't judge Chris Paul off of what he does in the regular season because that's great. I judge him off of his durability when it gets to May and June. Guess what? We're in that situation right now.
But
Game
Greg,
3,
the argument was, why do we give him his praise and say that he's a Hall of Famer? It's because of what he do in the regular season, because he ain't getting nothing in the playoffs.
I don't agree with Caleb saying he's not a Hall of Fame. I do think he's a Hall of
I
Fame.
never said he wasn't a Hall of Famer. I said y'all making him overrated because what has he
I
done?
can't say.
I don't know how we can say he's overrated. How can we say he's overrated?
That's like you
Because I
saying
know-
Charles
I think
Barkley
we-
wasn't
I
shit.
think- No, see, that's what I think. I think he say overrated because I think when you compare him to the people in his class or tier, whatever, I think he's below all of them. Like you can't when him and Jason Kidd come up. Jason Kidd led his team to the finals, so Jason Kidd can hold that on him. Gary Payton, I mean, like Nash never led his team to the finals, so people call him the worst MVP of all time. Like that's the stand. That's why Nash never gets put in those type of situations.
But Ray, it's so hard to just name 5 point guards that you would take over Chris Paul. It's hard.
It's not.
It's not. Why? Because Magic did it.
Really not.
Steph did
I'm not taking
Isaiah
Nash over
did
Chris
it.
Paul.
You're not taking
Magic?
Magic?
I never go into the big old moves.
I'm not taking Nash over Chris Paul.
I'm not taking Nash over Chris Paul. That's why Chris Paul right now is like 5 or 6. It's him and Stockton. Him and Stockton go back and forth for me.
I'd rather take Chris Paul. And
I'll take Stockton because I think Stockton was a better. I mean, you talk about floor general. He was a better floor general, and
the nigga only missed 20 games in 20 years.
Yeah, and he was doing. And let's not forget, he led the NBA.
He got 2 unbreakable stats that will never be broken.
Steals and assists, bro. Come on, man.
Will never be broken.
I think.
So you taking Chris Paul over Stockton?
Now,
no,
I will
I'm not
say
taking
this.
Chris Paul over Stockton. No,
I will say this: Chris Paul wins the championship. A lot of people might move.
I think a lot of people would do that.
Bro, listen, I can't live in an if world, bro. I can't live in an if
and none of us
if
do.
LeBron,
Yeah,
you feel me? If LeBron won every ring, they'll say he's better than Jordan, but he's not.
it's hard
He
to
did
find
it.
that
So,
point guard to take over
I knew
Chris
that
Paul.
the LeBron love was coming from Caleb at some point.
You already know, bro. You
I knew it
already
was
know.
coming.
But we
I
don't
knew it was
even got to
coming.
touch that subject. We can stay on topic.
now, what'd he say though? What'd he say?
It doesn't matter. We're not talking about
right.
LeBron right now.
Of course, we're not talking about LeBron.
We're not talking about LeBron.
He
right now.
home.
Of course, we're not talking about LeBron because now that he was talking about, well, Mike got put out the playoffs in the first round a couple of times. Now that shit, LeBron. Now that's what LeBron legacy. Now we ain't gonna talk about it. Yeah,
Hey, I love
we
you,
not
Mike.
gonna talk about it.
I
We
love
ain't
you,
gonna talk
Mike.
about it. You right. You right, Caleb. We ain't gonna talk about it.
We talk
Yeah.
about that. If we gonna
We
talk
ain't
about
gonna
that
talk
on another segment.
Yeah.
We gotta jump over to the
That
Eastern
makes
Conference. Right
perfect
now,
sense to
Mike.
me. We're not gonna talk about it.
Mike, we gonna jump over to the Eastern Conference. If you see the picture behind me,
And
right
that number 2 player.
we got the Atlanta Hawks, the surprise of the NBA playoffs, doing their thing. They're in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they're matched up against the Milwaukee Bucks with the former MVP, 2-time Greek freak. And I just got to ask this, and I knew game 2 was going to be crazy, and I knew Milwaukee was probably going to smack them in game 2. But do you think Atlanta has a legit shot at winning the Eastern Conference?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't think Milwaukee going to shoot as well as they shot yesterday. Next game. They shot fucking. I ain't never seen Milwaukee shoot like that ever.
It's funny though.
They shot the ball last game. They ain't going to shoot like that next game.
And I got Freak doing some dumb shit like taking more jumpers.
I'm going to say this before anybody else get on there and say it. Atlanta has to win both games in Atlanta. They cannot afford to go and get a split between game 3 and game 4 because I don't see the Bucks dropping another game at home the same way that Philly did or the same way that the Knicks did. They have to take care of home court. They got
Philly lost because of Ben Simmons.
No, Philly lost because of Doc Rivers and Ben
Simmons.
Both of them.
Ben Simmons, bro. Ben Simmons, bro.
Philly was. Hold up, Philly was up. I know we going. I know you going to go back to Philly, but Philly had double-digit leads. Philly had double-digit leads against Atlanta in every single game of that series. There's no way in the world they should have lost that series.
I think Atlanta, for them to win this series, and it's funny, the X factor going to be, can Bogdanovich get healthy faster? The guy who got traded to Milwaukee and said, fuck them.
Donnie.
He the X factor. If he can start, he was hitting a little, it was just the game was out of hand. He started hitting a couple of shots.
I didn't like how they gave him 2 early fouls like that. Like those, this playoff basketball, those 2 fouls you call like that early in the game.
Well, they probably did that though. They probably did that because this picture behind me is Trae Young grabbing PJ Tucker, and they don't call that shit on Trae Young ever. So that's probably why they gave it to Bamba.
But he the X factor though. Like I think
they wanted him out the game early.
Yeah, he got to give them one of those 20, 25 point games for them to have a chance.
I just think Milwaukee go do something stupid like they usually do. They go start shooting jumpers for no reason.
See, that was the perfect game for Milwaukee. A blowout is a perfect game for Milwaukee because then they don't have to execute on offense. Because when it's a close game and they got to execute on offense, that's when they get into the Greek go to half court and hit turbo.
And Giannis good for 3 charges. He good for 3 charges in the clutch, bro.
But it's a crazy series. And it's funny because I look at Greek, I'm like, I know people want to, if he wins it all, people want to probably start saying he's the best in the world.
Shit.
He just don't do it for me. Like, he just
hold on. Going back to Chris Paul, if they'd got him last year and they made a trade for Chris Paul, then like he'd have looked phenomenal. Because he'd have had Chris Paul. But, like, yeah, he ain't the number 1. Nigga like a 2.5.
Like, he just going to get so much praise. And I just don't feel like
y'all some disrespectful guys, boy.
Yo. If you going to say Ben ain't got no jumper, how you going to... They in the same boat. They don't work on that game.
I can't say that he don't work. You talk about Greek, right?
He work on his game, but he should be
good. I can't say he doesn't work on his game. It's just that they just not shooters. And a lot of times they could be getting played out of position. Or they just don't play to their strengths. I just think and I don't want to keep talking about Ben Simmons, but their problem is one of them has to go. Embiid or Ben Simmons. Somebody's gonna have to be moved so they can fit better for each other. It's just a bad fit that's going on right now.
But it's hard to pick. Like, who you gonna move though? Joel say injured and Ben Simmons you can't count on. So who you really gonna move?
That's the problem.
You gonna move Ben Simmons?
He made a valid point.
The one you gotta move and you can move because he don't get hurt is Ben Simmons, but he doesn't show up. And I ain't even talking about just this playoffs. Let's go back. Let's not forget against Boston a few years ago when they was putting up the little memes. Then they had the Wilt Chamberlain pictures with Ben Simmons' face with the 100.
Right.
It was 1 point. 2 points because he wasn't shooting and scoring then. It's mental. It's all mental for Ben Simmons. Can he show up?
Ben Simmons is the one you get rid of anyway because when it comes playoff time, most of the teams in the playoffs are smart teams. They're going to force him to beat you, and he's not capable to do that.
That's why you got to move Ben Simmons.
Well, when you say, Greg, when you say that, you mean like he can't go get a bucket?
No, what I'm saying is you see they back all the way off him and dared him to shoot.
Right.
Yeah.
So if they clog the lane, you can't drive the lane if it's 3 bodies sitting in there. You got to make a shot.
Okay,
And
I
you
He's
get
not a
scared to
threat.
get fouled. So you're not even gonna go down
Yeah,
there and
that's
get
like
fouled.
Mike saying.
And then if
That's
you
how
clog in the
Jalen said.
paint
Jalen
because
was
you
like,
daring him to shoot,
Ben and
you taking
Embiid
away
just
from
don't work
Embiid.
together.
It just doesn't work because
Yep.
now, like, all right, let's be real. I'm gonna look at this. If you got Joel Embiid that's 7'1", and I got a center that's 6'9", do I want him in the post to do work on him, or do I want him to stay up at the top of the fucking key and shoot a three? Which
And
one
try
you
to
want?
create space.
You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
want him to work. I want him to work the mid range or work him in the post.
Exactly. But you
But
can't do
you
that.
can't do that if you
because-
got 5 guys on the
Right.
court and only 2 of them can put the ball on the floor. Tobias
Exactly.
Harrison can't create his own shot.
Nope.
So you gotta lose. Ben got to learn how to shoot or take his ass somewhere else.
You
And
right.
that's the problem. That's the
So
problem.
where y'all see Ben at? Where do you think
I
Ben
see him
can
in
shine
Golden
at?
State. I see him in Golden
He's a,
State.
now you know what's funny? That's a
As a
great
four,
fit
right?
for him in Golden State
I
because he
see
would
him in Golden
replace.
State.
He would replace Draymond, in my opinion. He replaced Draymond. He's going to give you more athleticism than Draymond.
Never gonna
He
happen.
can, he can give you
Yeah.
the rebounds and he can
You're
play
right.
make for you. He can do all of the same things for you. And he wasn't had to worry about the ball being in his hands.
Golden
late
State
because
not
he got-
giving up Draymond for Ben
Nah.
Simmons.
No, the,
No.
I
the
don't think
talk
they
is
not.
the
did,
talk
but
is
that's what they
Andrew
should do.
Wiggins and Eric Pascal.
No.
Do the
Wiggins-
Sixers want them to?
The Sixers don't have a choice. They
Did the
got
money even add up?
they don't have a choice.
Did the money even add up?
No,
You got
not-
this man, Andrew
Actually,
Wiggins
you know what?
and
It
Ben
might
Simmons.
add up
Yeah, they
because
both
Wiggins had that
hundreds.
extension. It might add up.
They
Oh,
add
So
up.
Wiggins,
But you
Wiggins make like 38 million a year.
But you got to remember that Philly don't have a choice. You got to take what you can get because this dude is just standing out at top of the key fishing, man.
Yo, I don't think he gonna go in the gym, yo, because like that would been a glaring deficiency that he had for the last 3-4 years.
Yeah,
And
he
I
don't
always
have no
go,
membership. He don't have no membership to no gym.
hold on. I always go to this point. I don't remember the year it was. It might have been 12 or 13. The series with Boston and Chicago with Rose and Rondo. What Derrick Rose do after they lose? He went back, worked on his jumper. Yo was the MVP the next year. I ain't see no young player go develop the game like that game like he did over
You
the
see,
summer.
the way I look at it is Jason Kidd couldn't shoot a lick.
Yeah.
Jason Kidd got exposed in one series.
Uh-huh.
Next
he was in
year,
Phoenix.
he
Hit threes.
lightened them up.
When he was in Phoenix. Yep.
Yo got like
It's called
he got,
working
he
on
got
your
like
craft.
he in the top. He in the top shooting now, right?
Right,
And all that shit, niggas. Jason Kidd one of the top shooters in history now.
right.
Ben Simmons is one of those lazy young athletes that got
Yeah.
paid. That's all it is.
You right.
Ray,
They won't rely on
Right.
that athleticism. They ain't got no
Ray,
motivation.
what we talking about the other day?
Ambition, man.
These
And
little
the
young
way-
dudes when they get paid.
Him and Wiggins the same people. They get
They get
so much
paid.
of a
They
pass
don't work on their game no more.
because Ben Simmons can always rely on. Well, I make the All-Star game every year. I be All NBA shit like that. So I ain't got to work on my game. I'm fine.
They don't
Right.
work on their game. Yo. That's why the older players that's still in the league is better than the younger players right now. Because the younger players don't work on their game.
And that's why the old heads always seem like they hating on the younger players because they see that they don't work on the game.
Like they don't work on their game. Like, yo, why I gotta work on my game? They already gave me $30 million a year. Like
That's guaranteed that.
why I gotta work on my game? They already gave me $30 million. So imagine if I go work on my game, I get $40 million next year. Man, them guys ain't worried about working on their games. They're
That
not
was
worried
my
about working on
that was
their
my
game.
argument with people like when I say Wiggins a bum. People be like, oh well, he averaged 20. Is that the limit? Like, is that
Right.
just? I mean, is 20 the limit? You can't average more than 20. Like,
That's
he
why
averaged-
that's why the most important people in the league are players that have been in the league for 7+ years. The most important players in the league are players that go work on their game. The most important players in the NBA are players that go work on the game. And they're older players. So everybody's saying like, yo,
my
them
guy
guys need-
Lonzo been working on his game.
Yeah, you got some young players that's dedicated to the game, bro. Like they really try to get their shit together, bro.
Yeah, and I get some. But if we
yeah, but,
if we
but
live
that's
if
the
we
key though.
living
See,
in
that's the
a
key
league,
though.
a young
Like
league,
how-
we living in a young league, and everybody in the league is 400 people and only 17 people working on the game. What the fuck? Yeah, they're gonna be better than everybody else. There's only this 17 working on the game.
That's like the thing
Get
about
that.
Luka. I think Luka need to really get his shit together, lose
Conditioning.
some weight.
He
But when
just got
get that,
Jason. He got
but when
Jason
he-
Kidd. I think that's gonna be crazy.
yeah, but when he get that 240 million in the next month, is he gonna just say fuck it? I'm good now.
I don't think
He
he gonna
is
do that,
good
yo.
now. He
Because
is
you know
good
he been
now.
playing. He
I
been
don't
playing professionally for 6-7 years, so I don't think he will
Yeah,
be
but
like
he ain't
that.
never touched 240 million before.
Yeah, you're right about that. But I don't think he go. I
I
don't think he
don't-
got
I
that
don't think
mentality,
so.
yo.
I think we look at it and we say some of these guys mentally are trying to win championships, and he's one of them. I think Luka is one of those guys that will put in the work to try to get to that next level.
I think he's gonna be better next year too. I
I
think he
think
will.
so
he
too.
go- I
But
think-
it's
I
obvious.
think he
It's
is too.
obvious with conditioning, and he's got to work on them feet, man. He's
Joker
got
the same
because-
way. Joker need to trim down, but once
Yeah.
he get paid, is he
But
going?
shit, even with Jokic did trim down from where he was, where he started.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
that's because COVID came.
yeah.
That nigga
COVID
lost
came.
hella weight when the NBA shut down.
Yeah. Just like Jason Tatum. But let's not leave all these Eastern Conference Finals. I want to see what y'all thoughts. Do you think Milwaukee will beat them, or do you think Atlanta
I
will
like Atlanta.
be the surprise?
I like Atlanta.
I like Milwaukee.
I got Bucks and
I don't want to see Milwaukee win, but I mean I don't know.
I like
I'd rather
Miami
see Atlanta
too,
win.
man.
I think Atlanta
like
ain't got nothing
Miami.
to lose.
I
The
say
reason I
this.
like Atlanta because they don't have nothing to lose.
Right.
If,
That's
if the
There's no
Bucks,
pressure on them. There's no
if the
pressure on them to
Bucks-
win or lose. They don't supposed to be there. And if they get there, it's just like, yo, we just keep hooping. That's the team that go out there. You be like, yo, how does this team keep beating people? Because they just go out there and hoop. They ain't
Man,
worried about if they're supposed to win or lose.
and I
Man,
don't
that
think they
little-
care
that-
about last night either. I don't think they gonna have a short
that little
memory.
nigga did the shimmy and hit the three. I'd have fouled the shit. Whew.
yeah, that he'd have got shoulder checked the next time.
Yeah. Woo.
Yeah, straight up. And you could tell that they was pissed off because Giannis over there even mimicking, like, y'all let him do all that shit.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Yo,
Yeah.
if I'm Atlanta coach, next game, I say, yo, next time y'all just go to that rack and none of you big motherfuckers hit him, y'all niggas sitting down. I'm tired of seeing him just walk there and get layups. No, you gotta start hitting. Yo, I'm your coach. I pay the fine you gonna get for
Yeah,
knocking.
Capella had a bad game.
Mike, hey, Mike,
Capella
be
was
real,
horrible
Mike.
protecting the
Hey,
rim last
hey,
night.
Mike, be real. That 6'11" layup is different, man.
No, first and foremost, you should stop running straight down the hole and wait for the nigga to come to you. That's first and foremost. As a fucking coach,
Right.
you playing him, you meet him at the 3-point line. Make him beat you at the 3-point line. Not you sitting in the hole waiting for him to come. And Capella, you no longer guarding him. Capella's no longer guarding him. You guard one other thing. Because Capella, that's the only thing he's gonna do is run to the rim. No. What's the young boy number
John
12?
Collins.
Collins.
Yeah, you meet him at the 3-point line, and Capella got your back. And if he beat you, y'all niggas whack him. Make him do the shit he don't want to do.
You can't
y'all
whack
both-
people like
if-
you used to back in the day, though.
Yeah, if both of y'all,
The league
that's not the
soft with
point.
that shit.
If both of y'all follow him, he gonna get tired getting fouled and get tired going to the free throw.
Man, if they put that nigga on the floor remotely hard, they get a flagrant too, yo.
That's cool. I got a bunch of bodies. Somebody gonna hit him. I'm tired of saying walk to
You
the rim.
can't use Capella or Collins
Right.
to do that though. You would have to be like, yo, the young boy from USC, the rookie. Yo,
Nah,
go ahead,
put the nigga in there that's from Maryland, Fernando.
Yeah,
Bruno.
yeah,
Yeah, Bruno.
Bruno, knock his ass out real quick.
Right.
Bruno come out there looking like yo from Class Act and shit.
I like the narrative because you gotta get the game physical to keep them from coming to the lane. You gotta do that shit. And Atlanta can make something happen. They can make some noise happen in their building because their fans have been really holding it down for them. They played well. I think it's gonna be crazy.
Right. I was say Quavo go get him gas.
I mean, the coach. I mean, I'm pretty sure they got a veteran coach. He went there. He said, "Yo, we just needed to get one here. Now we gotta go home and handle
Yeah,
this."
they played like it last night. They played like, all right,
I'll say this though too. This is on some political shit because as we all know, the black coaching aspect in all of the 4 major sports are like very, very low. And to see that Nate McMillan has yet to get the full title tag
Right,
as
it's
the
crazy.
head coach for the Atlanta Hawks is beyond me, pissing me off. And it's like he's still the interim coach. Why?
But
The
no,
players are playing for him.
he said he wanted to wait to the offseason to negotiate that.
All right.
That's
I
on
get
him.
that.
Hey, listen.
And I said that last night when I seen the post conference. I said he's still interim.
Yeah,
that's
he
on
deserves. He should be the head coach.
He will.
Speaking of
He
coaches, real quick,
Did a damn good job.
Chauncey in Portland. Y'all
Best
like
thing
it?
he did was sit Cam
Did
Reddish
he
out of
get the
Gatorade.
job though?
Yeah.
Chauncey in Portland.
I thought it
Yeah.
was official last night.
I don't know about Chauncey in Portland. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it'll work out.
I don't know.
I mean, how bad can he do when you got all that talent on your team? I mean,
Get
Oh,
some
what
defensive.
fucking
Oh,
talent.
you need to get some defensive pieces.
Oh,
man.
what town?
Yeah, like
Damon
what-
CJ. That's all you need.
that's
but
not
you
all
said
you
all
need,
The
bro.
that
niggas,
time.
the niggas gonna get you. They're gonna get you 50. They're gonna get you
Yo,
50 wins.
First of all,
I think
10
Portland
guys, you
biggest
said all that talent. Like, you stop.
Portland biggest thing is they can't trade for Norman, then let Norman walk with nothing.
Right.
They gotta either sign him back or sign and trade him or something.
Are you gonna let
Nah,
Nurkic?
I ain't gonna lie,
Nurkic
yo.
up too, right? I'll let Nurkic go.
I think they need to trade for CJ while he worth something.
Yeah.
Get back
that's
cool.
CJ for Ben
I think
Simmons.
that's the Ben trade. Yep.
Hey, CJ for Ben Simmons will work.
Nah, you ain't see
I don't
first
know.
take this week when they said somebody. He said somebody from Portland said, "I don't know, we don't want him." And it probably was Dane. Somebody texted him on the ass and said that shit. They said we don't want no
Nobody
parts
want
of Ben
Ben.
Simmons.
Don't nobody want Ben Simmons.
Right?
Yo, just go spend your summer with LeBron. Yo, let the nigga help you out. Yo,
He
like
not.
he was doing that first.
He not, Mike. He on Clutch
I'm
Sports.
just
There's
saying.
no excuse.
Yo, at one point you gotta
Hold
go
on,
ahead and
stop,
take him
yo.
out like, yo, bro, help me
KCP
out.
on Clutch Sports. He don't do nothing different neither. You know what I mean? Clutch
But what I'm
Sports.
saying,
That's
what
why he
difference
gonna
would
be a
it make?
Laker for life, though.
Yo,
Exactly.
some people.
It's a different kind of thing with Clutch Sports. It's only about business moves. They ain't got nothing to do about working together.
He know
getting better.
LeBron, yeah.
You know?
He worked with Bron's rookie year.
Yeah.
He worked with Bron and Wade.
Yo, people don't utilize the resources they got around them too, yo. This is crazy, yo. Dwight Howard did the same thing when Patrick Ewing was the assistant coach. When they lost his finals.
Yeah.
How you ain't got no 15-foot jumper and you got Patrick Ewing right next to you?
Well, Patrick Ewing was one of the softest big men of all time and shit.
Man,
But he had a
soft
mid
baby
range.
shit.
Yeah, he was soft, but I'm saying he had a jumper. Dwight Howard could have used it.
He was he definitely was skillful for a big though. He could be soft if he want. He was a skillful big. He can teach that. You can teach skill. You might not teach a nigga how to be tough, but you can teach a nigga how to do some moves.
I go to Bill Lane bed to be
And you
tough.
can't teach a nigga how to smoke a layup in the playoffs. Tell you that shit.
I mean,
Right at the rim.
ain't nobody.
Right
Hey, Kayla,
right
hey,
at
Kayla,
the rim, yo.
Kayla, I like that, but ain't nobody beat yo. So
Huh?
you can talk about anybody smoking layups. Ain't nobody
Ain't
beat
nobody,
yo. Nobody
ain't
beat yo.
nobody beat him.
No, nobody. He blew the layup against the Bulls, right? That's the layup you talking
No,
about?
he's talking about the one he blew against the
Pacers.
Pacers.
Oh, the pace layup.
yeah.
I'm sorry. My bad.
His knee was like
My bad.
85 years old, though.
My
That shit
bad. My
was
bad.
85.
Yeah, his knee was 85, yo. Come on.
Yeah. My bad. My bad. He definitely did
At
smoke
that
the layup.
point, yo.
I'm gonna get motherfucking.
I thought he was talking about the
DMs
Bulls
from
one, too.
Jamal.
What'd you say,
Y'all
Ray?
get some-
I'm
I said,
talking
y'all
about
gonna
that
get some
layup
DMs
in the
from-
front of the end of the game, bro.
Who made gonna
Off
cuss
the
all
back
y'all
of the
niggas
rim.
out?
I like
Yo, he
Pat.
could.
I thought Pat
Now
was
let's
nice.
be honest, yo. Younger Pat, and when I say younger Pat, I'm literally just saying like 3 years before that would have dunked the ball.
Right.
He had no knees. He would have had 2 knee pads, a bad hamstring,
That
all
shit still
kinds
was
of
like
shit, a
a
calf
2
muscle.
foot layup though.
Yo, he blew
Shot
that. He
jump
couldn't
shot, he'd
dunk
have
it,
made it.
yo.
So that's
If
all
he
you gotta
just pulled
do,
up,
yo.
if he'd have pulled up,
That
pulled
shit
up,
was like Dray. It was like Draymond missing that shit in the Memphis game.
That shit was bad. That shit was Draymond was terrible.
terrible. It's terrible.
That was big time terrible with that Draymond shit. So you got the Bucks, and it looks like the Suns. I think the Clippers, if they win
I
this
got
game
Bucks
tonight,
and
they'll win it.
Clippers.
The NBA would love the Clippers to be in.
I
the
like
finals.
Phoenix and
know
Atlanta. I like Phoenix
Yeah.
and Atlanta.
I don't know, yo. I don't know. I don't know if
Hey, the league won't like that. But
I like Phoenix and Atlanta.
That'll be the lowest final since the San Antonio Detroit shit. I don't think I ever seen one game from that series.
what Phoenix, the Detroit and
4-1,
San Antonio.
the 4-1
Yeah.
joint.
San Antonio, Detroit. I ain't
Yeah, that
seen
was
that
4-1,
one
right?
game.
No, it wasn't. It was game
4-1.
7.
That shit, huh?
It
That
was
was
game 7.
it was the game 7. That let me know. I definitely watched that. I thought this was like 4-1.
Yeah, when Robert Horry hit the little shot that rolled around in the rim and shit.
yeah.
I don't know. That
Big
would be
shot,
kind of
Bob.
fun. That would be different right there. Now, he's not a Hall of Famer though.
Nah.
He don't deserve to be a Hall of
Who?
Famer.
Exactly.
Robert
He was-
Horry?
He was ultimate role player though.
He doesn't deserve to be.
That don't make you a Hall of Fame.
But hold on though. Out of all the Hall of Fames, you know the NBA was the easiest to get in, and I'm still.
No, it's not, yo. That shit is such a myth, yo. People gotta stop saying that, yo.
Yo, they got
When everybody just say that because of T-Mac made it. If you go look at,
why is Chris Webber? Why did it take 8 years for Chris Webber?
Because it's not just the NBA, it's all sports, and that nigga was paying for his motherfucking sins in Michigan. Yeah, like he was paying for the Michigan sins. And he lucky that it was a weak year.
But you know that you got a college basketball Hall of Fame too. That's the shit that another thing I never got. I know it's the totality of your career.
Like everybody just look at it like
Naismith
basketball Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Everybody look at
T-Mac. It's not the NBA Hall of Fame.
The class T-Mac went in, it was weak, so somebody had to go in. But niggas like y'all,
Chris
y'all
Webber could have went in before T-Mac, yo.
No, y'all went go in just because of Houston.
That's
y'all
crazy.
went in because
he
was a
T-Mac
man in China.
I think Chris Webber should have went in before T-Mac. Honestly,
I do too. I think.
Yeah, I do too.
Me personally, I don't even think T-Mac should have been in the Hall of Fame. But you know, that's just
but the class was so weak, it was nothing like now. That's why Ben Wallace and them going in. Like the class.
Yeah, because they got to put them in there. Yeah, because the class is weak. I get that.
Because that Kobe in them class wasn't nobody going in but them motherfuckers.
Yeah, that was an elite class though.
Nobody going in that class but them.
Like in the next, like if you gotta think about it, only Dirk left. Did Dirk make it yet?
Nah, he just retired. He got like 3 more years.
So at the Dirk, it ain't who else has retired in the last 10 years? Because everybody doing 20 years in the NBA. I guess Wade to be up soon.
Yeah, Wade. I'm about to say Wade.
You know they putting Vince in there. Vince, Wade.
So it's gonna be some weak
ass
niggas.
That's all I got for you.
Yeah.
Now it's about to be some weak ass niggas getting in.
Should Bosh be coming up?
Bosh went in this year.
Oh, Bosh went in this. That Bosh went in?
Yeah.
Bosh was in the fucking
I forgot too.
God damn. That must was a weak ass Hall of Fame.
It's like Paul Pierce, Bosh, Webber, and Ben Wallace.
Damn.
And ain't somebody else? Like from the NBA? I thought he did 5. We'll see.
Well, let's switch gears to the last topic for the day. And that is this big time fight coming up tonight as Baltimore's champion, Gervonta Tank Davis, takes on Barrios, another undefeated champion tonight for the WBA championship at 140. My guy, Marcus, I know you're sitting there with the mute on. He might be chilling. I don't know if he's still here paying attention or not, but he's over there. I know that's one of my boxing guys. I'm waiting on my other one to get on. They got to talk this big fight. Mitch Green, go ahead, Ray. What you want to talk about in your expectations for tonight's fight, bro?
Blood.
I just want to see, I guess everybody Baltimore bias for Tank. I think this is the big fight for him to finally show the complete package. Like, just want to see just the overall dominant. Like, I don't want to see him take too many shots, shit like that. Like, just go out there and whip ass and show the world that you are the man. I think this is the one.
Do you think it's gonna be a knockdown tonight?
If he can work that, I think he can work the shit out of that nigga body. I think if he can work this body and get him to fall for that uppercut, I think it's a knockdown.
All right. What's your thoughts, Mike?
Are we gonna get a bigger fight after that though?
Yeah, it's coming after that. It got to.
Now, when we say bigger fight, what you mean on that, though, Caleb? Like, what do you want to see Tank do? What do you want to see him fight?
Bro, like, I just want to see him do what all the other greats did. Like, chase the niggas that's really, like, real fighters, not taking nothing from them, huh?
Who is it to chase?
Bro, you got to start jumping weight classes, bro. You got to get your Devin Haney's and all that stuff in there, bro. You got to start changing weight classes, bro. Like,
and he got to come up, yo.
Well,
that's why I say I think if he wins the night, I think he holds all the cards. Them niggas gotta start coming to him. He ain't chasing nobody. Them niggas gotta come to him.
No, niggas is calling for him, but they not. They pick and choosing who they want him to fight.
To me, that's that game of boxing political part that we already seen.
That's Mayweather promotion.
Because no,
it's about to be. It's like another Cold War.
It's all of them. It's all of them. And when I say all of them, it's Mayweather. Then after that, you have You got and what he does is consistent all across the board, bro, over and over and over again. So we can't keep saying that. Like, to me, we can't keep saying it.
I mean, honestly, Garcia, Teofimo, Tank, I'm missing like Ryan Garcia. All of them eventually got to fight. But like, is this where it's gonna be at what class? Weight class. And people got
jump weight class.
Y'all feel like Tank should go chase everybody?
No.
Chase him?
No, what I'm saying is for the fights to get made. About I can't see him going to 147. Not right now.
But y'all boxing fans, right?
Yeah.
When we talking about like prime boxing, bro, niggas move weight classes to fight the top niggas in weight classes. Just to let niggas know, like, yo, I do this shit. Roy Jones ended as a heavyweight, bro.
He
feel me? Like,
what happened. His career went down after he did that heavyweight shit. Should never went up.
I mean, that was the latter part of his career, though.
At the same time,
he climbed the charts to get to heavyweight.
I feel if Roy Jones would never do the heavyweight shit, he'd have been straight.
Now I feel what you're saying because he lost the speed when he came back down. But either way,
he wasn't the same Roy Jones when he went back down to light heavyweight.
But Caleb, you gotta realize most of the fighters I named not at 140 yet, so they gotta come up to Tank. Unless Tank go back down to 135, but some of them still doing like 120, whatever the
right.
Because there's always a 5-pound difference. I can't remember. It's team. That's another thing I hate. I think they should go back to like 12 divisions, but that's another subject. But yeah, they gotta come up. I think people want to fight somebody.
Bro.
It's all with the promoters and trying to get the most money they can.
Yeah.
Shit, we ain't see Mikey Garcia since he
like,
went up and lost.
If we being honest, facts. But like, yo, none of like Tank fights, they get you because you're the hometown favorite, but they don't really get you like old fights used to get you. Like, yo, I gotta watch this shit. I don't know who's gonna win this fight.
To me,
this gonna be a good.
His last fight was good though.
Right. I'm gonna say to me, like Santa Cruz.
Yeah. He almost. Yeah, that was a good fight.
And the counter uppercut was everything to me. I mean, I just want to, like Ray said, not to get hit a lot.
I feel like that was the first time I ever seen Tank get hit. That match. That was like first time I ever seen him get hit.
And he can't afford to do that shit tonight. That's for sure.
That's first. Like, this motherfucker hitting the shit out of Tank. Like, that's the first time I seen him get hit.
He do that shit tonight. Tank going to sleep.
No, he always. I ain't say he got like dinged, but he would get touched. But it was like it wasn't affecting him. But it's like you gotta put your hands up. So yeah, it's gonna be a good challenge tonight. But like I said, I think he got all the skill and the tool. Let's keep focused. He'll be good.
So Jamal, you think the other people should move up weight to fight Tank?
Ain't no way he gonna go to 140 and come back down to go to 125.
No, I'm not losing 20 pounds to fight.
Yeah, Floyd said he want him to stay at 140 for at least 3 fights.
Right. That's why I said I know he's not going to 147. I know he's going to welterweight right now.
What's the most Floyd? What was the highest weight Floyd for that?
154. I think junior middleweight. I know he didn't do middleweight. It was junior middleweight. So and he did 5 divisions or 4. He did 5 or 4 divisions. I can't remember.
He won in every division, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but was it 4 or 5?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was 4.
This is where Marcus I can't remember right now.
I think it was on that Showtime shit, and Floyd told him about how he did it, and they was like, "That's what Tank wanted to do."
I'm about to Google it now. But yeah, I don't think nobody's scared of nobody.
What time of fight come on?
9. I do want to see the Living fight.
No. I don't think they scared either. I don't think they scared. But like I said, it's promotions and politics behind this shit.
Like, the dude from DC, what weight class he in? The dude from DC that talk shit about Tank. I mean, no, not DC. The dude from Philly, right?
Oh, Philly.
The dude from Philly that be talk shit to Tank. What weight class he in?
You talking about not Shakur Stevenson?
I don't know.
Don't mention Tim Farmer. Don't mention Tevin Farmer on this Zoom.
Yeah. Yo came out the clip.
That nigga he got knocked. He's ass. But nobody, listen. For Tank, nobody has to move to fight Tank. All of them niggas is in the same weight class. All of them.
They all moved up to 140, Marcus?
No, so none of them have moved to 140. Even this
Yeah,
fight for
all
Tank,
of them are still
this
at
is
135.
at 140, but this is
Tank
the
is the only
C-class
one.
fighter at 140. This is
Right.
more so for Tank to do away with because he fought Leo and Leo was at 126. And
Right.
Leo moved up to fight Tank. And everybody said, yo, Leo was too small. That's why Tank looked like that. So he fighting a nigga at 140. But all of them niggas is at 135. All of them.
Yep.
Like
So,
quiet as kept, that Ryan Garcia fight was already sold up. It was supposed to happen. Ryan Garcia walked away from the contract. Like the fucking deal was signed. It was done. That fight was next. Ryan Garcia walked away because he thought the Manny shit was gonna happen. And then he walked away from talking about he had mental health issues.
Anxiety or some
Some
shit, right?
Yeah.
And then the next weekend, he was back on Twitter and Facebook
Talking
shit about everybody
Yeah, I
else.
know.
well,
see that big
130
Hollywood match,
at 135, the fight that I wanted to see, I've been wanting to see it, was Loma versus Tank, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I think Loma is not going to have that fight, and that's because of the promoters. Everybody's always talking about, well, it's the fighters, they bluffing, and they always want to put it on Floyd for some reason. I don't know why. You can't put this all on Floyd. The guys got to want to have a fight, and the promoters are the ones who dictate who's going to get these fights. And it ain't always Floyd. Most of the time it's Bob Arum. Most of the time it's Bob Arum. He's the whole.
That's why I just said Mayweather promotions. You feel me? I wasn't saying Floyd individually, just.
Well, Mayweather's promotions, it is Floyd.
But he got people working under him, though.
Yeah. Al Heyman.
You feel me?
And,
So,
I love you.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
And Sam. Don't forget Sam.
Yeah. Now, I do say this. I think Tank's winning this fight. I think he's going to win it in the 8th round. I think it's going to be an 8th round knockout. And that's when he will win the fight. But I know that if he wins this in dominant fashion, then you have no choice but to say, hey, look, he's the face. He's the one that you're going to have to go to. And because Devin Haney, let's just look at these fighters. Devin Haney, his last performance wasn't stellar. It was quite boring. To be 100% real, it was quite boring. Garcia, I don't know what it is. Maybe he on his Oscar De La Hoya after retirement mode. I don't know. Maybe that's what's going on with him. And then you got Lopez. What's up with him? He's bluffing. And he's the one that should be naturally fighting at 140 to me, in my opinion. That would be a great fight. Lopez versus Tank Davis. I'm ready for that fight.
Did you mention the guy that's fighting tonight also?
Yeah, we talk about Loma.
Oh, okay.
Sick of seeing Loma too playing these games.
Right.
They should. I don't understand why the rematch hasn't happened.
Me, I was just about to say that. I said, before you even get that, Tail need to fight Loma again.
But he'll never fight him again because I think he know he would lose this time. Lopez would lose this time if he was to fight Loma this time. That's my opinion. I don't know how anybody else would take that, but that's my opinion. I know a lot of people like Lopez.
Who else on the undercard? Anybody else?
Leaving fighting somebody. That's why I want to see the Leaving fight because I always like Leaving. Look.
Well, the fight comes out at 9 o'clock tonight. It's got a lot of action going on tonight. You got the fight.
I know I need
2
3
fights
TVs,
and the game. So if we ranking these guys, right? I'll just put them out there. Let's go put them all out there. You got Lopez, you got Tank Davis, you got Devin Haney, you got Garcia, and you got Lomachenko. Them 5, rank them 1 through 5.
Number 5 Garcia because he talks shit and run away. So I'm gonna put that out there.
Don't talk about my boy,
Yo.
I ain't saying, it's just the point because like Marcus, I seen that too. I said, wait a minute, yo, you supposed to have, and for me to be in public health and like, yo, you got a mental health issue, I took that shit serious. Then you talking shit the next week later. I'm like, yo, nah.
He's trying to get away from De La Hoya. That's all that is.
All right, so Garcia at number 5. Who you got at number 4, Jamal?
Lomachenko.
You got Lomachenko at 4?
I don't want to, but like Ray said, put him at 4. It's gotta be a group effort now.
Yeah, I got him at 4.
No, I'm making a group thing, yo.
Oh, you're so scared of it. You scared of the smoke. You scared of the smoke. Who at number 3? I'll take Loma at 4 for you. Go ahead. As a group. Who's number 3? I got Haney. To be honest with you, I think Haney's number 5, to be honest, but I'll just go ahead.
Yeah, I got Haney at 5 because I'm a Garcia fan, so
I will put Haney at 4.
Okay, you got Haney at 4. So at 3, you got Lopez, Davis, or Loma.
I'm gonna put Loma only because he lost to Lopez.
Okay.
But I agree with you. I think if they fight again, I think Loma will win. But
at 2 is Lopez or 2 is Tank for you?
That's why I want to do it. Cause if I say Tank, I feel like I'm being biased. But
Tank listen, we know you got that Baltimore bias in you. It's okay.
Lopez 2, Tank 1.
And that's fine. If that's how you want to carry, that's fine. I think that the most natural fighter out of all 5 of them, the actual complete boxer, is still
Loma.
Yo, I got it. Tio, Loma, Tank, or Tio, Tank, Loma, Haney, Garcia.
Y'all gonna stop disrespecting Garcia. Let me call that nigga.
Now let me ask you.
I don't think nobody disrespecting him, yo.
Well, let me ask you this question. Why do you have Garcia at number 5?
Why do I?
Yeah.
Because he's the worst out of them 5.
I agree with that too.
No, Haney the worst.
I think Haney is.
Haney will wash all of them except for Tank and Loma.
So you got Haney at 3rd at number 3.
No, I have Haney 4. But in a fight, he would wash everybody except Tank and Loma.
So why he not number 3?
Because he ain't fought nobody.
Right. That's what I was saying.
So ain't that the same thing?
Linares is a measuring stick, so you really can't count him.
Well,
that was his last fight, right?
Yeah. See, this is why I wanted Raph to get on, but he always gets himself all caught up in some other shit. I just think that it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out, because I don't have Tank at top 3. I got him at number 4. I got Lopez at 3. I got Haney at 5. I got Garcia at 3. Because I like Garcia. I think he's by his length and his power.
That nigga gonna be special.
Oh, he really be putting motherfuckers out though, man.
Based on what T.O. did, you can't have none of them ahead of T.O.
Yeah, I got
T.O. is number. T.O. should be number 1. He is the one. He's the one. Top. He is the one. Number 2 is Loma. Number 3 is Garcia. Number 4 is Tank. And Tank can jump up higher tonight.
How do you have Garcia? What has you saying that Garcia is above Tank?
I just don't want to show no.
Your criteria like Ashton right now.
I just don't want to show no Baltimore bias.
What you're saying to me is if Leo Santa Cruz and Ryan Garcia fought, you think that Ryan Garcia would do better or the same that Tank did? I think he would lose that fight.
Yeah, I think he killed Leo Santa Cruz.
You think Ryan Garcia would kill Leo Santa Cruz?
One left hook. Pow.
After just damn near dying from a punch from
damn
a nigga.
Damn near dying and dying is 2 different things.
Oh, okay. Okay. As soon as Ryan Garcia fights,
you already know if I was to go
betting $500.
You know, right now, if I was
to $5 Marcus.
As soon as Ryan Garcia fights a B-level fighter, I'm betting this nigga $500.
Listen, man, you already.
I might hop in on that bet too.
Stop that.
That nigga didn't have anxiety. That nigga was scared of that fight he was getting ready to take. That he was getting ready to get his ass whooped. That's why he walked away from that fight.
So that's why he got Garcia at number 5.
No, he's saving us. He's saving himself for all these niggas to fight each other, and then he's gonna be the last one standing.
He posting videos punching niggas with a body bag on.
Yeah, he's saving himself. All these niggas gonna beat each other up, and he's still gonna be 25.
The nigga can't be number 3 on. He fighting on Tuesdays on Facebook. I don't
Yo, that's my nigga, yo. Don't disrespect my nigga, yo.
Yeah, I don't see how y'all put him. Yeah,
they gonna make a movie about him. I got him at 4. I don't got him with. I got him at 4.
That nigga is 5, and it's a soft 5.
I just don't like Haney. Haney just ain't. Like, that nigga got a belt via email and shit. Niggas emailed him his belt.
Don't even get into the belt issues. So I'm sick of all that shit.
That nigga opened up Google and was like, "Oh, I got a belt. Thank you."
But he had to go get that belt because them niggas was going to avoid him without one.
Right. Nigga, you get a belt for just stepping in the ring nowadays. That's like, they make all types of new belts.
You be the WBA regular champion, the WBA interim champion.
Right. So how you got regular interim and a super? Like, I get the super.
Belt. You only need a belt when niggas trying to avoid you. If you the money guy, you don't need a belt at all.
Right. But he ain't the money guy.
Exactly. He don't bring nothing to the table. So to fight a nigga that dangerous that don't bring nothing to the table, business wise, is stupid.
Hey, let's hit this one though. We had this topic last week.
Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm completely sorry. I fucked up. Ryan Garcia is not 5. He's not in the top 5 at all.
Oh.
He's not. He's not in the top 5.
Damn, Ray.
Who number 5? Let's see if she thinks.
I'm sorry. We all fucked up. Because in and around that weight class, Shakur Stevenson is 3rd.
Yeah, I was about to say you're gonna push
right. You're right.
Shakur Stevenson is 3rd. So Ryan Garcia is not even in the top 5.
Shakur can't be in there. Come on.
Shakur is the best fighter out of all of them.
In the future, yeah.
In the future?
Right now. No, right now.
See, I don't want to say that because, like, even with Loma,
check this out.
I just don't know about the COVID shit. That's why I was like, that fight puzzled me. But go ahead.
The nigga got into a beef with his girlfriend's family, and the brother was the champ, and he went and beat the brother up, and then broke up with the girlfriend.
That's funny.
He might be 2. I'm sorry. I'm on the one with the 3. He might be 2.
I like Shakur. I think a lot of people going to duck him too.
I don't see none of them.
This will be an interesting topic. This is an interesting topic right here. Somebody in the comment section on YouTube said Ryan got scared. I think he got scared too.
Yeah.
Yo, he just trying to get rid of the cross dresser, y'all. That's all it is. The cross dresser wasn't getting them right.
So that's the reason why.
Yeah, that's the reason why. Yo, you see Oscar trying to fight again and shit like that. He just had to get away from that shit.
I thought it was an exhibition type joint though.
Yeah, but see, Oscar ain't good with the money, so he just trying to get with somebody who can get good with the money.
Well, he got to fight to get out of the contract.
Yeah, I'm about to say he spent all his money on the coke and the dresses.
So I said he got to get out of Oscar. Oscar ain't right for him. All right, but last week, this conversation was made last week because I thought of Raf get on. So the fight in August, Raf said if Pacquiao beats Spence, Pacquiao is the greatest of all time.
No, he's not.
You know Raf and Pacquiao fanatic though. So
no, he's not. If he win this fight, he just win this fight. Like,
right.
That's it.
Yeah.
He just beat a young guy that was like, he's not the best ever. He just beat another nigga. Like, it's not.
I got old ass nigga sit down somewhere though, man.
Ain't he still a senator in the Philippines?
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga need to go holler at the president because they killing niggas in the streets for nickel bags.
Hey, look, you can't tell that nigga to go stand when he get ready to get $30 million for a fight.
Right. I mean, I don't blame him.
And I ain't mad at him for getting his money, but
I mean, he literally be giving people like hundreds of dollars every day. They be lined up at his mansion, yo. So
that's why he need 30 million.
That's why I need the bread. but the president still be wilding, killing niggas for nickels. I was like, yo, this nigga, wow.
Y'all feel bad for Bud?
Nope, because he signed the extension. Fuck him.
That nigga ain't gonna fight until 2022.
He signed that deal, yo. That's on him. I don't feel bad for him at all. That nigga wanted the money. Cool, take the money. No notoriety, no fights. You knew what was going to happen when you signed with him.
Right.
I don't feel no kind of way or bad for no black fighters that sign with Bob Arum. When Floyd Mayweather takes $1 for a fight to get out of that contract and to do what he does from that point on forward with his career, any black fighter that finds that signed with Bob Arum, yo, that's on them. I don't give a fuck.
That shit crazy.
I
Like,
thought that
don't
was
care
one
the
of the stupidest
reason.
shits ever though when he made that deal. I said, yo,
I mean, it might not have been stupid for him. He might have needed the money. So I understand it. But, yo, I don't feel bad for you because you ain't getting no big money fights. Like, you knew what it was when you signed with Joe. If you sign with him and you're not a big deal, it's going to be what it is. The niggas who make money get fights. Lomachenko gets fights. When Manny was with him, Manny got fights. They make money. He don't make no money.
why he always fighting in Omaha?
Yeah, I can't afford to pay niggas outside of my promotion $10 million to fight you when you don't make me $10 million on a fight. How the fuck I'm gonna pay Sean Porter $8 million and you not making $8 million? Like, that don't make sense. I'm paying you your minimum and losing money every fight. I can't get you no big money fights because you don't sell.
And then when he said that shit, that was so funny.
Bud gonna be
Yeah.
robbing niggas soon.
When your promoter say to somebody, yo, this nigga don't make me money, I could have bought a mansion in Beverly Hills for how much money he loses to me per fight. Like,
In national media, this nigga said that. It wasn't.
and then you turn around and tell everybody, I'm not fighting Spence because he won 60-40. Your promoter just said you don't make no money. If I make money, why the fuck would I give you 40%?
Well, he'll be on ESPN losing money next year in January. So
Friday night fight.
No, if he get away from Bob Burnham, he can get fights. He can go sign with anybody else and get fights. Anybody. That nigga can sign with DAZN. He can sign with PBC. He can sign with Eddie Hearn. He can sign with anybody else, and he's gonna get fights. Bob Burnham, he's not gonna get no fights.
Thriller fuck around and can get him some fights.
Yeah, the Thriller shit easy. They just pay for the fights.
right.
Thriller fuck around and get him out there with Lamar Odom or some shit. Like, there you go.
That's what the Haney and Gary Russell shit was gonna be on Triller. But Gary Russell, you know, he Gary Russell.
He Gary Russell. I was gonna say he ain't nothing. He Gary Russell.
He just gonna get on YouTube and talk about everybody and then just fight some nigga we ain't never heard of.
And I forgot his brother was named Gary. So when I saw him fight the other night,
It's
I
like
said,
five
Gary
of them. It's like 5 Gary Russell Juniors.
God damn.
So this is Gary Russell's brother. I said, God damn. Because when I seen it, I said, this nigga fighting for real?
Yo, Gary Russell was a top prospect for like 8 years. I ain't never seen a nigga as a prospect ever.
Unless you in baseball.
That nigga was a top prospect, yo, for forever. And I loved Gary Russell when he first got out there. Even when he lost to Loma and came back and beat Gonzalez, I'm like, yo, now he know what he got. Like, you lost to another nigga, came back, beat a guy that you weren't supposed to win in a title fight. All right, bet. Now you're ready to take off. What happened? Nope. I'm gonna keep fighting these other niggas.
Gary Russell is amazing.
He is.
Right.
He just
When
don't
he
fight
fight.
nobody.
Just don't fight. Hey, the money gotta be right. You gotta support all the rest.
How the fuck
You gotta
make
fight
money,
to
yo?
get there that
How
way,
are
though.
you going to
He
make
gotta
money
support
when
the
you
rest of
only
his
fight
brothers.
every 18 months?
He gotta support the rest of his brothers.
Good luck with that.
He the name that everybody needs. You know what I'm saying? Gary Russell.
Niggas, yo, they all have the same name. What are you talking about?
I know, yo, shit funny. Gary Russell, the 18th. Like, God damn. How many of them is it? So fight parties tonight. Who got them? Who got the fight party tonight?
I'm having a farewell party / fight party.
Hey, big time fight tonight, man. People gonna be all over the city looking to watch this fight. I got Tank in 8 TKO victory. Should be interesting. Wait, anybody got decision? Anybody got a prediction tonight?
I got Tank in 7 if you work that body early.
You said 7. I will say 7 too. Regular knockout.
If he start getting them body shots in early and start getting that tall ass nigga to duck, it's over.
Well, he don't have to. Barrios fight small.
Okay.
So what you got Barrios losing in Marcus?
I don't know. It's tough because if Tank get caught cold early, it might be some shit with this fight.
He can't afford to take shots like he did the last fight.
But I think this is his. This might be his Diego Corrales fight.
You think so? That's
Yeah,
that would be nice.
This might be his Diego Corrales fight. That's what when I see this fight, that's what I see. I see Diego Corrales. Not the same level of fighter as Diego. Diego was
I got what I know what you mean.
But yeah, this might be the fight where it just looks like he's it at 135.
Yep. That's what I said. I just want to see the perfect. This is the time. This is putting this spot in history right here.
Yeah, if he dispatched at 140, even though Barrios is, he's not a top level guy at 140, he's still undefeated and he's still a legit 140 pounder. Like Tank, a disciplined Tank is a 130-pound fighter. So he's 2 weight classes north of where he should be. 130, 135, maybe. But he's 2 weight classes or 1 weight class north of where he should be. So if he dispatches the way he should tonight, shit might get a little shaky. Like I don't see none of them other niggas really screaming his name after that. He can't stay at 140 though. Like I don't want to see him against the Taylors and the Prograys of the world.
Listen, when he wins this fight tonight, they will all call and say, I gotta get to Tank because that's gonna be the new money fight.
He's the money fighter.
He's
The money now.
I know, but I'm talking big bucks. They know it, and everybody's better get ready because Tank is getting ready to dictate a lot of policy. That's all I gotta say.
He dictating now. That's
why I say he already the A-side, yo.
He not dictating it now because none of them dudes still fighting him yet, right? They got no choice but to fight him now.
Right.
Well, they not fighting him because they still think that they have a say in
what's going on.
So now you just answered again what I was just saying. Once he dispatches of this dude tonight, they have no choice but to say, fuck it, we gotta go to Tank and we gotta fight the fight. No, even though we don't want to, we want to.
You got too much faith in them young niggas. They not doing that. They just gonna get on Instagram and Twitter and just keep doing the shit they doing. They gonna watch
out of all of these dudes, the one
you gotta realize Marcus, he like Ryan Garcia. That's why he's saying this.
Yo, listen. And this is what I hate about boxing fans. The only one of them niggas that will fight any and all of them at any time at any weight class for whatever money is Lomachenko, and he's always been that way. As soon as that nigga lost, everybody just bailed on him.
But see, that's why I didn't want to put him low because I don't know if it was like the layoff and the whole COVID situation. That's why I said this. I can't say he fell off.
Yo, I
still don't think he is.
That was it. It was nothing to. He lost a fight. He waited too long to start fighting and lost a fight to a young lion. That was it. It's nothing wrong with that. He just lost a fight. He was fighting a nigga that was a weight class bigger than him for the most part, because he should be at 130 or 126. But he was moved like whoever was saying it earlier about fighters moving to get fights in weight classes. Loma has done that his whole career. Like, yo, I'm gonna move and fight whoever is in this weight class that's gonna take the fight. He's been doing that his whole career. And then as soon as he lost, everybody was like, yo, nah, see, I told y'all niggas he was phony. I told y'all it was fake. It was all hype.
I don't know who said he was phony. That nigga got the best footwork I ever seen in my life.
They bailed on that nigga like the Titanic.
Lomachenko, still one of the top 5. Tank, top 5. Ryan Garcia, if he wasn't so scared, he'd be top 3.
Ryan Garcia is not top 5. Fuck what you talking about.
You said
top 3. That was embarrassing. That was almost like saying CP3 not a Hall of Famer.
Ryan Garcia is Jake Paul.
Damn. I'm just joking about him being in the top 3 because I didn't want to be biased to my guy Tank, but I'm like, damn, you said he wasn't even top 5.
He's not top 5.
He's not, because he was right about Stevenson. We was going off the options that was given to us.
Hey, that's interesting. That's an interesting take. It's true though. Heavyweight. I gotta ask you a question.
Niggas that I would probably put in front
of until then. But the heavyweights, do you see a difference in the trilogy that's coming up between Fury and Wilder?
Nope.
Who's training? I don't think so either. But who's training now?
He got his ass with the second fight, and he gonna get knocked out again the third fight probably.
Marcus, who is training now? Didn't he fight the last
Malik,
one?
the nigga that he knocked out like 4 years ago.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, I'm still like, it was crazy how Tyson got up like the Undertaker that first fight, but that's the gypsy in him. But yeah, I don't really see too much changing. I'm still mad. Yo, blamed it on the costume.
That nigga blamed it on everything. I'm gonna go. Let's go through the list of shit that he said caused him to lose
He
that
said
fight.
it was the costume. It was the
He said
long
the
walk.
costume.
Right.
He said
His trainer,
the
the
costume
water.
that he picked. Wait, costume that he picked, the long ring walk that he picked, the extensive energy that he had to, extend himself to walk to the ring with that costume on that he picked, the gloves that supposedly got altered, that his corner is supposed to watch.
Right.
Him putting the gloves on and sign
The
off.
water too, right?
The promoter spiked his water. Tyson Fury put a gypsy curse on him.
Right.
They said the gloves was loaded.
Yeah. Well, so which one is it? Because the gloves can be loaded and not have panties. Either one or the other.
Yeah. He's
Like
making
the
a lot
nigga
of
gave
excuses.
every excuse in the world for the second fight. My thing is, my nigga, you lost the first fight.
Yep. He did. He did.
Like you lost to this nigga twice, and then you went and hired a nigga that you knocked out to be your trainer after that.
Which didn't make no sense at all.
Sounds like Mickey Ward and Arturo Gotti, right?
Yeah, you went and tried like this nigga. You knocked this nigga out, and then you said, "Nah, he's gonna teach me how to box." That nigga couldn't outbox you. How the fuck?
Right. You of all people.
That's terrible, man.
Yo, the craziest thing was, I was like, how you use the cut? Go ahead.
One of your wild right hands. And then got caught one of your wild right hands, but he's gonna teach you how to box technically good enough for you to beat Tyson Fury. All right, I'm gonna wait for it. I hope I'm wrong because I want the nigga to win. I want him to knock Tyson Fury out.
I don't want him to win.
I don't like
Fury
AJ
versus Josh. I want Fury versus Josh. But that'll
Nah,
never
I would rather Wilder than Joshua. That's what I always want.
Me too.
Why? To watch one of them get knocked out. You already know one of them get knocked out.
Both of them are exciting fighters. Tyson Fury is a bigger, slower, less exciting version of
Fury beat Anthony
He's
Joshua.
a real gypsy. That's why it'd be so funny watching them fight, because like they don't go down. It's no style. It's like, yo, we just gonna fight.
The nigga pump fake 9 times and then throw a jab.
Right. And that's how, I don't know if y'all ever seen like real gypsies fighting, like on YouTube, yo, they just, it's crazy, yo, like how they fight. But
hey, we gonna see. But look, fellas, it's been a good one. 2 hours strong. BSN presents Tell the Truth Sports Talk. It was good fun, good talk. Appreciate everybody that came on. I guess we got to do this again sometime next week. I guess I got to do a little podcast or something about the BSN because that kicks off on Tuesday. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes.
I want to thank you for the opportunity of talking again. It's real.
Yo, who's the nigga that keep dunking on everybody?
They keep dunking on everybody? Who, Fresh?
Brunson.
Yeah, that's Fresh.
I done seen that nigga dunk on 12 different people, yo, in like 2 weeks.
Hey, he said it was going to be a cruel summer for everybody out here. So we just waiting to see how it's going to happen when it get over there.
People ask for it though, Marcus. Like people only getting what they ask for. Like they've been calling them overrated and all types of shit like that. So you get what you ask for.
Oh well, yeah. He came to Brunson with something to prove. He proving that shit.
And he not. Crazy thing is he not in shape.
Well, he in shape. He's definitely in shape. Well, we about to get up off here. Y'all have a good one, man. I got to roll.
All right.